The Agile Manifesto values and my military training have many correlations. For example, working software or solutions over comprehensive documentation. The military is well known for its rigorous requirements, countless forms, and demanding policies requiring precise and accurate capture of information for approval and sign-off. I'm glad to say in my experience, today's military teaches and adheres to a more modern and agile approach. My first deployment as a newly trained signalman was a peacekeeping mission to East Timor, and I found myself in Maliana, just a few kilometers from the Indonesian border. It was our job to maintain the network communications between Maliana, Dili, and Australia in the warm tropical weather, not ideal for IT hardware. For the most part, days were filled by tasks and training, and all was quiet till one night. Just as we set out to prepare the evening situation report, we noticed the blue screen of death. It was determined by our section commander that our server was in fact toast. This was the worst case scenario as we were now dark. All communications via the network were down. We had two options. One, start the paperwork to order a new server to be delivered from Australia, or two, rebuild the system. This was a simple agile decision. Working hardware had a higher value over comprehensive documentation. So from here, we all jumped into action. Our sergeant jumped on the radio and put in a verbal sitrep notifying our commander of the situation and the decision for course of action. A few of us started to scavenge boxes and crates for spare hard drives, and some of us started working on the software. One by one, we found the spare working hardware, rebuilt the server, and started the arduous backup procedure. And as the East Timor sun began to rise and the roosters crowed, we all stood there wide awake, watching the progress bar climb to 100%. With our breath held, we fired up the computer to the server to see if it was working. To everyone's relief, it was. A week later, we did get a new server, but not after a comprehensive documenting exercise that had just enough information to provide the right amount of detail needed for the request. I quote the Land Warfare Doctrine 6.0 signals where it cites, commanders control the network, the what, but the decentralized execution, the how, allows for the local direct management of assigned signals assets. This allows freedom of action at lower levels, thereby increasing agility, end quote. So as you move with purpose throughout your day, be sure you value ideas and solutions the team deliver and don't get buried in the paperwork.